Welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and today I'm going to start off October with some dark romances. But if you couldn't tell, I'm wearing my Dark and Disturbed merch because I am a rep for Dark and Disturbed. And some of my other reps have been doing, asking for recommendations and stuff. So I decided, I was like, oh, this would be a perfect opportunity to ask them some of their dubcon or non-con recommendations in dark romances. So I did, and here are some of their book recs. And if you do like some of their book recs, I'm going to have their socials and put it into this, video, so you can go follow them as well. But if you don't know anything about Dark and Disturbed, this isn't sponsored at all. I'm just a rep. If you didn't know what Dark and Disturbed was, let me just school you on it a little bit. Dark and Disturbed is a book box that serves you dark and disturbed books. That's literally with great swag in it. I'm telling you, great swag. They are a one-time buy service, so it's not a subscription. It's first come, first serve. So some of their really special edition ones are great influencer boxes. You have to get on it right then and there because once it sells out, it's gone. But they gave me an opportunity to be their rep. I am super happy about it, and I can't wait to show you some of the book boxes that are actually coming in a week or two that, I'm just saying look amazing. But let's get into this recommendation video from the reps. I'm not going to give you any of mine because I talked about a lot of them. But let me just get to the ones I actually have with me. And we're going to start off with something you probably already know if you're into dark romance, and that is Untouchable by Sam Mariano. So the reps that actually recommended Untouchable by Sam Mariano was Who Gives a Hoot blog, the _Nikki_Green, and authorrosiealice. I'll have their socials pop up on the screen, but yes, they recommended Untouchable. This does have essay in the first 60 pages. The first 60 pages is basically the scene of the essay. And Carter is very unapologetically an anti-hero. He does not have a good moral compass. I wouldn't even call him morally gray. I think he's more morally dark-ish. And he just wants what he wants, and he'll get it no matter if she says no or not. But yes, this is a great non-com or dub-com romance. Another recommendation by Who Gives a Hoot blog, authorrosiealice, and mychaoticbookcloset is Truly. This is by Kamel Rhodes. This is dubcom. I find that Noah is redeemable-ish, but he is our hero. He's an anti-hero because he does things his way. Yeah. And he does not care. I love this book. This is the special edition cover. This is a great recommendation, but also this is another recommendation that most people know when you do a dark romance or a non-com or dub-com romance. But I'm telling you, this is really good. There is SA in here as well. It's not as intense as Untouchable with Carter, but it's still there. So our next recommendation is from Chaos and Paperbacks, and she recommends The Ritual by Chantel Tesser, and this definitely is dark non-com to the max in .com. We also have infidelity in here, but there's a reason why, because this is a fraternity, organization, a legacy kind of thing. But yeah, this is a college dark romance, and what happens to our heroine is crazy. Like really crazy. But I truly liked it. This one I actually read like my first year of booktubes. This one really, really good. Check the trigger warnings because there's some trigger warnings in here, but great non-com.com recommendation. She also recommends Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton, and this is a enemies to lovers romance. I actually haven't read it. It is on my TBR, and I will be reading it soon. So Shayla, she recommends Wrong by Adeline Forrest. So Wrong is a age gap and a daddy's best friend, along with non-common.com. I haven't read it. I know the series is part of, which is the Heaven and Hell series. This one is a short, sweet one, but like definitely looks like it's non-common. So Megan from Wide-Eyed Book Reviews recommends Savages by Natalie Bennett. I think I should just like read the synopsis so you understand. This is not a story full of sickly sweet nothings, nor is it a fairy tale. You'll find no heroes here, only the worst kinds of monsters. I'm not an exception. I made a deal with the devil, and there's only one thing he wants in return: me. They say he's a psychopath, he's deranged, that he was born with a sick kind of madness pumping through his veins. I think he's beautiful. Do you see? I'm a little effed up in my head myself, and together him and I are savages. Forewarning, this is going to be more than a little messed up. If you're not into a grotesque torture, rough sex after bloodbaths, or groups of rebels lacking a moral compass, I recommend passing on this twisted tale of unorthodox lovers. Yeah. That one sounds peak. So Kylan from Lives Loves Books OXO recommends Adelaide Forrest as well, but her recommendation is from the Beauty and Lies series, and she says she doesn't know if the non-com starts in book 1 or book 2, but I have the Olympus, so yes. I do know this is a dark romance. I think this also is like, yeah, mafia in here. I know that there's breeding in here somewhere. I've had this on my TBR for a minute, but I hope this is something you haven't thought of reading and might want to pick it up. The next book is by reading_Valkyrie, and she recommends Bait by Jade West. She actually wrote something down. She goes, this has predator and prey vibes. And it has more fighting / SA isk. And I actually get that. So my chaotic book closet has recommended a list. So I'm gonna just like run through them. But she actually set this list apart with non-com and dubcon. So let's just go with non-com first, and I'll put the books up that she says are great recommendations for non-con. Starting off with Descent by Sam Mariano. Check the trigger warnings. This has SA, a lot of SA. And when I mean SA, I mean the R word, hard R. So this is definitely a trigger warning kind of book. This also ends with Stockholm Syndrome. So I'm just letting you know it has tampering, breeding in it. Yeah, this is not for the faint of heart when it comes to the dark aspects of SA. Wrong by Adeline Forrest. Truly by Carmel Rhodes. Hades Hang It by Tilly Cole. the Mindfuck series by St. Abbey, The Royals of Forsyth by Angel Lawson and Samantha Rue, Torment by Dylan Page. Trigger warnings. That duet is angst. You will be crying. You will cry. It's... yeah. So, fair warning. Little Heights by Selena. I think I actually have the book series in, like, the living room. Dolls and Douchebags by Madeline Faye. Sick Fuck by Tilly Cole. The Sinner's Duet by Sophie Lark, which is a serial killer romance. So going into the dubcom, we have Untouchable by Sam Mariano. Then it's Crawl by Audrey Rush. The Thorns Duet by Renee Kent. The Five by Lily White. The Ritual by Chantal Tesser. Mavigio Mafia Duet by Kelsey Clayton. Vow to Protect by J.L. Beck. And the Society Trilogy by Natasha Knight and A. Salvarari. Giovannini by Natasha Knight. Burn for Me by Sarah Katz. The Acquisition series by Celia Aaron. Bully King by Andy Jackson. The Billionaire's Fake Wife by Elle Steele. And the Deception Trilogy by Rena Kitts. So I hope there are some works in here that you haven't heard of or has piqued your interest and you want to, go ahead and give them a shot. Again, these are all of the Dark and Disturbed reps and who gave these recommendations out, so please go follow them. And I hope to see you all in my next video. I post videos Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, sometimes Sundays, with book reviews, book recs, and book hauls. Also book unboxings. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all later. Bye!